Have you ever noticed that as we get a little older, sometimes our energy levels aren't quite what they used to be? Or maybe you've been trying to manage your weight or have noticed some aches and pains in your joints. Well, it might surprise you to learn that things like too many carbohydrates and sugary foods can sometimes be a sneaky culprit behind these issues. But don't worry. Today, I'm excited to share with you the 10 best foods that are perfect for us seniors. These are foods that are naturally low in carbs and have no added sugar, but they're packed with all the wonderful nutrients our bodies really need after 60. So stick around until the end, because number 10 is a bit of a forgotten gem, but it's incredibly good for us. Now, the very first food that's just fantastic for us is wild-caught salmon. And when I say wild-caught, I mean the real deal, not the farm stuff you often see. There's a real difference. Wild-caught salmon is like a dose of good medicine for both your brain and your body. It's absolutely packed with something called omega-3 fatty acids. Now, that might sound a bit technical, but think of omega-3s as special, healthy fats that are essential for seniors like us. They do wonders for our memory, help us think more clearly, and even reduce those aches and pains we sometimes feel. You know, that stiffness in the morning or that little twinge in your hands or knees? A lot of that comes from something called inflammation. And omega-3s are nature's way of calming it down. What I especially love about salmon is that it's pure protein, no sugar, no carbs. Just clean and healthy fuel that keeps you feeling full without messing with your blood sugar. And honestly, it feels like a bit of a treat. Whether you pan-sear it with a little butter or bake it with some lemon and herbs, you'll feel like you're dining in a nice restaurant, all while giving your body exactly what it needs. Oh, and one more thing. That lovely pink color in salmon comes from a powerful antioxidant that can even help protect your skin from aging. So yes, salmon can even be good for those little lines and wrinkles. Now, let's move on to our second wonderful food, avocados. Our next superstar food is avocados. Now, I know some of you might have grown up hearing that all fats are bad, but let me set the record straight. Avocados are definitely not the enemy. In fact, they're one of the best things you can eat as we get older. This creamy, delicious fruit, yes, it's technically a fruit, is loaded with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. These are the good kinds of fats that actually help lower bad cholesterol and support your heart health. And let's be honest, after 60, we're all thinking about keeping our hearts in good shape. But that's not all. Avocados are also packed with potassium, even more than bananas. Potassium helps keep your blood pressure in a healthy range. Plus, they're full of fiber, which is so important for keeping our digestion regular, and at our age, that's a real blessing, isn't it? The best part? No sugar and practically no carbs to worry about. Just good fats, fiber, and that lovely, smooth texture that makes every bite feel like a little indulgence. You can spread it on some low-carb toast, toss it in a salad, or even just eat it with a spoon and a pinch of salt. However you like it, your body will thank you for adding avocados to your diet. Okay, let's move on to our third incredible food, eggs. Eggs. One of the simplest, most affordable, and yet most powerful foods out there. For years, many of us were told to maybe not eat too many eggs because of cholesterol. Well, the good news is that the truth is finally out. Eggs are not your enemy, especially as we get older. Each egg is packed with high-quality protein, which is so important for maintaining our muscle mass. And let me tell you, keeping our muscles strong is key to staying independent as we age. The more muscle we have, the better our balance, the more strength we have, and the easier it is to keep doing all the things we love. Eggs are also rich in something called choline. Now, many seniors are actually lacking in this nutrient, and it's absolutely crucial for brain health and memory. Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Choline can actually help with that. And the best part? Eggs have practically no sugar and very few carbs. Plus, they're so easy to prepare. You can scramble them, boil them, poach them, however you like. Add a little pat of butter, a sprinkle of sea salt, and you've got yourself a complete and nourishing meal that will keep you feeling satisfied for hours. Oh, and please, don't throw out those yolks. That's where so many of the vitamins are hiding, like vitamin D, vitamin A, and B vitamins. It's like nature's own multivitamin in a shell. So, don't hesitate to enjoy those eggs. They're a wonderful food for staying strong and sharp as we age. Ready for our next superfood? We'll be talking about spinach next. Okay, let's talk about our fourth powerhouse food, spinach. Now, we talked about spinach earlier when we were focusing on leg health, but it's such a fantastic food that it deserves another mention. Especially when we're thinking about low-carb and no-sugar options for seniors. Spinach is truly a nutritional superstar. It's loaded with vitamins like A, C, and K, which help protect your eyes, keep your bones strong, and even support your immune system. It's also a great source of iron, which can give you that much-needed energy boost when you're feeling a little sluggish or tired. Sometimes, when we feel low energy, we might think it's just because we're getting older, but often it can be because we're not getting enough of the right nutrients, and spinach is packed with them. Plus, spinach is also rich in important minerals like magnesium, potassium, and folate. And the wonderful thing about spinach is that you get all these incredible benefits with practically no carbs and zero sugar. It's like nature specifically designed it for us seniors to get all the good stuff without any of the things we might be trying to limit. Spinach is also so versatile. You can saute it with a little olive oil and garlic, toss it into your morning eggs, blend it into a soup, or even sneak it into a smoothie. It's easy to digest and a true powerhouse of health. Trust me, your joints, your bones, and even your skin will thank you for adding more spinach to your diet. Ready to explore our fifth food on the list? Next up, we have Greek yogurt. Okay, let's move on to our fifth fantastic food, Greek yogurt. But, and this is important, we're talking about the plain, full-fat kind. Now, hear me out. Not all yogurts are created equal. Most of those pretty little fruit-flavored cups you see at the store are actually packed with more sugar than a candy bar. But plain, full-fat Greek yogurt? That's a whole different story. Greek yogurt is thick, creamy, and absolutely loaded with protein. And as we've talked about, protein is so important for keeping our muscles strong and helping us feel full and satisfied. It's also a fantastic source of probiotics. Oh honey, those are your gut's best friends. They help keep your digestion balanced and things moving smoothly, and they even support your immune system. A healthy gut is so important for overall well-being, especially as we get a little older. And don't let anyone scare you away from the full-fat version. Our bodies actually need healthy fats, especially as we age, for things like brain function, hormone production, and even to keep our skin soft and our hair healthy. The key is to avoid the sweetened varieties. Stick to plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. It has no added sugar and very few carbs. And the best part is there are endless ways to enjoy it. You can top it with a few crushed walnuts, which we'll talk about next, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of sea salt for a savory twist. It's one of those rare foods that feels like a treat but works really hard for your body. Trust me. Once you make the switch, you'll wonder why you ever ate the sweet stuff. Ready to talk about our sixth powerful food? Let's move on to walnuts. Okay, let's move on to our sixth tiny but mighty food, walnuts. Now, if there's one little snack that many seniors tend to overlook, it's walnuts. And that's a shame because these wrinkly little things are absolutely packed with goodness, especially for us at this stage of life. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, just like our friend the salmon, but in a plant-based form. Every handful you eat is like giving your heart a little tune-up. They help lower bad cholesterol, support brain health, and even fight inflammation, which can cause those aches and pains we sometimes wake up with. What I really love about walnuts is how easy they are. No prep, no cooking, just grab a small handful and you've got a healthy snack. They have no carbs and no sugar, just healthy fats, protein, and fiber. And here's a little secret. Walnuts can even help curb your appetite, making it easier to avoid reaching for sweets or those processed snacks later on. You can toss them on your salads, mix them into your plain Greek yogurt, or just eat them straight from the bag. And every time you do, remember you're feeding your heart, your brain, and your joints exactly what they need. Okay, let's pour ourselves into our seventh beneficial food, olive oil. They don't call it liquid gold for nothing. This is one of those simple foods that has been keeping people healthy for centuries. Just look at folks in the Mediterranean. They often live long and vibrant lives. And olive oil is a big part of their diet. The key here, my dear, is choosing extra virgin olive oil. That's the kind that's cold-pressed and pure. You can drizzle it over your veggies, your salad, your fish. Heck, I even put a spoonful in my soup sometimes. It adds a lovely richness, but more importantly, it's packed with antioxidants and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. Olive oil can really help reduce inflammation, lower bad cholesterol, and even protect against strokes, which we all know is a serious concern as we age. And the wonderful news is, there are absolutely zero carbs and no sugar in it. Plus, here's a little bonus. Those healthy fats in olive oil actually help your body absorb vitamins from the other foods you're eating, like those lovely greens and colorful veggies. It's like a secret weapon working behind the scenes. Ready to move on to a satisfying protein source? Our next food is chicken thighs. Okay, let's talk about our eighth satisfying food, chicken thighs. Now, everyone always talks about chicken breast being the healthiest choice, but let me tell you, chicken thighs are where it's at. Especially for us seniors. They are often more affordable, they're definitely juicier, and oh boy, they are packed with flavor. And if you buy them with the skin on and bone in, that's even better for us. Chicken thighs are full of high-quality protein, which, as we keep saying, is so important for keeping our muscles strong and helping maintain our bone density, which is crucial as we get older. Plus, the dark meat actually contains more zinc and iron than the white meat, which is great for supporting your immune system and keeping your energy levels up. And let's not forget about those skin-on thighs cooked until golden and crispy. That's where you get that satisfying crunch and flavor without needing any added sugar or carbs. Pair it with some spinach sautéed in olive oil, and you've got yourself a senior super meal. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty about the fat in chicken thighs either. Our bodies actually need healthy fats now more than ever to support our joints, our brain, and our hormones. Just cook it right, season it well, and enjoy every single bite. Ready for our ninth underrated superfood? We're moving on to cabbage. Okay, let's shine a light on our ninth underrated superfood, cabbage. Now, this next one might surprise you a little bit. Cabbage. Yes, that humble, old-fashioned vegetable that our mothers and grandmothers used to cook. And guess what? They were really onto something. Cabbage is packed with goodness for us seniors. It's rich in fiber, which is fantastic for keeping our digestion running smoothly. It's also loaded with vitamin C and vitamin K, both of which are important for protecting our bones and supporting our immune system. And like many of our other stars, cabbage is full of antioxidants. But here's the real magic. Unlike some other vegetables like potatoes or corn, cabbage has practically zero carbs and no sugar. So it's a wonderful choice if you're watching your intake of those. But the benefits don't stop there. Cabbage is also known for supporting good gut health and helping to reduce inflammation in the body. It helps feed the good bacteria in your belly, which plays a huge role in how well you digest your food, how well you sleep, and even your mood. You can roast it, sauté it, or even make a coleslaw. Just be mindful of sugary dressings. Cabbage is affordable, filling, and loaded with nutrients that most of us aren't getting enough of. Every senior should try to have some cabbage on their plate at least once a week. Ready for our 10th and final forgotten superfood? We're diving into sardines next. Okay, let's reel in our 10th and final forgotten superfood, sardines. Now, I saved this one for last because honestly, a lot of folks tend to turn up their nose at sardines. But that's a real mistake because sardines are truly one of the most powerful and nutrient-packed foods a senior can eat. and hardly anyone eats them anymore. Sardines are just bursting with goodness. They are rich in omega-3s, just like our salmon, which are fantastic for your heart and brain. They are also an excellent source of calcium, especially if you eat the ones with the soft bones, which you totally can, vitamin D, and protein, all wrapped up in a tiny and often very affordable package. And here's a great bonus. Because they are small fish, they are naturally low in mercury, which makes them a safer choice than bigger fish like tuna. What makes them perfect for us seniors? Those little bones. Yes, they are so soft you can eat them right along with the fish. And they provide a natural source of calcium, which is so important for supporting our bones and helping prevent things like osteoporosis as we get older. That's truly priceless. Plus, no sugar and no carbs, just pure, clean nutrition. You can eat them straight from the can. They're surprisingly tasty. Mash them with a little mustard or olive oil, or toss them on a salad. Trust me, once you get used to the taste, you'll wonder why you didn't start eating them sooner. They are the very definition of old-school healthy, cheap, nutritious, and designed by nature to keep us strong. Now it's your turn. Head down to the comments below and tell me, which one of these 10 foods surprised you the most? Or which one are you going to try to add to your diet starting today? I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips like these every week. Speaking of more tips, I actually share exclusive advice, stories, and secrets for living your best years in my Savvy Senior newsletter. It's completely free, and I've put a link down in the description below. I'd love to see you join our community there. Stay healthy, stay sharp, and remember, it's never too late to feel good in your own skin. Thanks for watching.